Hi, I'm dgerard, and this is Pivot to AI, coming to you daily. Today, AI companies still fake their benchmarks, and academia covers for them. We've long talked about how chatbot vendors routinely fake their numbers. They'll make up a new benchmark, then they'll show how their hot new chatbot totally wins on it. Amazing. Like that time OpenAI's O3 model trounced the frontier math benchmark. And it's just a coincidence that OpenAI paid for the benchmark and got access to the questions ahead of time. In general, every new model, or every time someone does a new tweak of Llama, will have trained hard against all the benchmarks. There is no such thing as real-world performance. There's only benchmark numbers. It's even worse when the regulators and so on take these fake marketing numbers seriously and list the benchmarks in the regulations. So there's a new conference paper out from Oxford University's Reasoning with Machines lab, measuring what matters: construct validity in large language model benchmarks. The Reasoning with Machines lab doesn't do a lot on reasoning. It's almost entirely research on large language models, chatbots, because that's where the industry interest is. But this paper got into the NeurIPS 2025 conference. The researchers did a systematic review of 46,000 AI papers. Well, what they actually did is they ran the papers through GPT-4o. And I'll say right now that using a chatbot anywhere in your supposedly scientific process is a bad sign if you're claiming to do serious research. The chatbot gave them 445 benchmarking tests. You'll be 0% surprised that most of these were rubbish. Quote, vague definitions for target phenomena or an absence of statistical tests. We consider these challenges to the construct validity of LLM benchmarks. Many benchmarks are not valid measurements of their intended targets. Unquote. Wow, that's terrible. How do these benchmarks get that way? The paper never asked that. But pretty obviously, fake science to make a product look good is precisely the job of marketing material. Its purpose is to make something to put in the press release. So what's the Reasoning with Machines answer to this problem? What's the action item? Quote, we built a taxonomy of these failures and translated them into an operational checklist to help future benchmark authors demonstrate construct validity. Unquote. Now, that's the right answer, if what the benchmark authors are doing is science. But the fundamental problem is the chatbot benchmarks are not science. They were never science. They're marketing. And this paper never addresses this. This is an 82-page paper, and it never talks about what the AI benchmarks were created for and what they're used for in the real world. The word marketing does not appear in the paper. The concept of marketing doesn't appear in the paper. Not even as we're not addressing this right now. It's just not there. It's like when someone pretends you can talk about chatbots as purely technical constructs and they just never ever mention what chatbots are made for, who's paying for them, why they're paying all the money they have for chatbots, and the political program they're promoting the chatbots to advance. It's fake. That's what this paper does in a very obvious and craven way. It artificially separates benchmarks from why the benchmarks are this bad. The researchers cannot have been this unaware. I don't believe that. What are they envisioning here? All the people creating the chatbot benchmarks, a lot of these are PhD scientists. Are these just poor distracted researchers who somehow just forgot how to do science? No, their job is to create marketing materials. This paper treats chatbot benchmarks as defective science that can be fixed, and that's a fake response. This was never what chatbot benchmarks were made for. The Oxford Reasoning with Machines lab is pretending not to understand something that they absolutely should understand and have no excuse for not understanding. given most of the lab's work is chatbots. That's because this paper is marketing to sell the Reasoning with Machines Lab's services to the chatbot vendors, to tell them how to do their marketing a bit better and make the benchmark lies a little less obvious. Thanks for tuning in to Pivot to AI. Tomorrow, I hope to have a much longer episode where we have a guest post on the blog and a good old podcast interview on the YouTube and the pod. So let's hope Zoom records properly. Tell all your AI researcher friends about this episode. Hit like and subscribe on YouTube, leave a nice podcast review, and you can support our work here with just $5 into the Patreon linked in the show notes. Thank you all. See you tomorrow, and bye for now.